I don't know what the tea was that Jason Lee was going to expose on Beyonce, and I still haven't heard anything in particular about Beyonce. But what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay? And she may or may not do an interview, but their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah, 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 blah. Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows. She was ready to leave him years ago, but the industry it's different. And I don't want to say it's an Illuminati contract, because I don't know how the Illuminati get down. I really don't know.
Solange insists on Jay-Z having a stained character, but is it true? Not too long ago, Queen Bee's sister Solange and her husband and rapper Jay-Z got into an intense fight inside an elevator. Caught on camera, those close to the trio have been seen giving their own version of what went down.
So I had days that I devoted to. On Wednesdays, I took off from work, and that was Solange's day. And it was tough because she was 5 years older, and Beyonce was this little superstar in our city. And so I took them to counseling very early, so that the counselor could help Beyonce be more sensitive to Solange, because she couldn't stand her for a minute. When they were little, she was 5, she was all in her stuff, she was trying to hang around her and her friends, and Beyonce was really irritated. But it made her more sensitive to who her sister was and what she had to deal with because of her.
Number one, I always acknowledge that I'm 22 years old and that I'm gonna make mistakes, as everybody else does, and I'm gonna live to a certain extent of normalcy. And I learned how to sort of, embrace my mistakes, laugh about them, and keep it moving. But as far as the constant attention on there, I think that the main key is just to be really comfortable with who you are first and really learn yourself. And I think that until you feel like there's some sort of chastising on you that is true, the other things really don't matter, unless you feel maybe some of it is true. But it really doesn't bother me at all.
Solange, though, doesn't seem to be making her peace with the couple, narrating how everything left her as the sole culprit in the headlines all over the media. Here's everything you need to know. More than 10 years have gone by since Solange and Jay-Z got into the infamous elevator fight. Rumor has it that Jay-Z and Solange are still at odds, and reports state that Solange is still not allowed into the family. It is also believed that Solange, along with others in the industry, have been pressuring Beyonce to face the truth about her problematic marriage with the rapper, with Kanye West expressing how Beyonce is being controlled by higher-ups.
You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like, I'm putting I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk, because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. Future said, why is your belt buckle? Y'all shoulders looking like y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody, so let's get on the phone and let's talk that out.
Now, because of his past infidelity, Jay-Z's relationship with Beyonce has been clouded, which has caused tension in the family dynamic, especially with Solange. According to sources, Solange believes Jay-Z shaped Beyonce into his perfect partner by controlling and manipulating her. Now, it might seem like a stretch there, but in an interview with Charlie Rose in 2007, Jay-Z revealed that he and Beyonce initially met when she was 16, but they started dating when she was 18. Of course, Jay-Z was considerably older than Beyonce at the time, at 28.
And I would not be the woman I am if I did not go home to that man. And it just gives me such a foundation. And
how has he helped you?
on so many levels. You know, we were friends first for a year and a half before we went on any date, on the phone for a year and a half. And that foundation is so important in a relationship. And just to have someone that you just like, you know, is so important, and someone that is honest.
So naturally, many people claim that there was an imbalance of power in their relationship from the very beginning, simply because of Beyonce's limited history of romantic relationships and Jay-Z's consciousness of it. And honestly, if there's one thing we know for sure about all of this, it's that Jay-Z has himself acknowledged how toxic his relationship with Beyonce has become over time. You see, the title track of Jay-Z's album 444, in which the rapper opens up about his marital problems with Beyonce, is one of the album's biggest bombshells. Every detail is covered in the song. He candidly acknowledges that he cheated on Queen Bee, even putting references to her album Lemonade. So, for a musician whose personal life is normally kept under wraps, this song is surprisingly personal. Not to mention, he's becoming much more intimate now. With his 444 music videos, Jay-Z and several other well-known African-American men have discussed toxic masculinity, love, and dating women in a series of candid addenda that have been made public. However, Jay-Z focused a bit more on the now-released 444 addendum, where he candidly discusses the interpersonal difficulties he had with Beyonce that inspired the song. So, it shouldn't be shocking if Solange uses the opportunities that her brother-in-law has offered to his disadvantage to reveal his relationship with her sister Beyonce and expose his true self. Also, let's not forget that it's quite understandable that Solange has concerns about Jay-Z given the latest accusations against him, which include that he has for a long time used drugs to control Beyonce. These claims, which underline the specifics of their relationship despite their immense wealth and importance as a Hollywood power couple, confirm long-running rumors about their marriage and Beyonce's suspicious pregnancy with the rapper, which, by the way, Cat Williams, Jaguar Wright, and even Wendy Williams have spoken about for years. And even though Jay-Z and Beyonce enjoy a luxury lifestyle, are well admired, and have a combined income of about $2 billion, the inside of their marriage presents a different picture. For starters, Beyonce has no autonomy, and is completely controlled by Jay-Z, according to multiple sources. Recent disclosures, such as those made by a former bodyguard of Queen Bee, imply that their marriage is less of a sincere union based on love and more of a business arrangement intended to achieve financial success. And although many fans who have been speculating about their relationship for a while won't be surprised by this revelation, it does confirm the belief that their union is mainly for show. They have remained together despite Jay-Z's infidelity, making them the most powerful couple in Hollywood.
I have a beautiful wife who was understanding and knew that I'm not the worst of what I've done. And like, we did the hard work of going to therapy, and we love each other.
In simple terms, even though Beyonce and Jay-Z might find it difficult to convince some people of the sincerity of their love, their public success as a pair has strengthened the notion that their marriage serves more practical goals than passionate love. Not to forget, considering Hollywood's track record of substance misuse, Solange's claims that Jay-Z introduced Beyonce to drugs aren't all that shocking. Given Jay-Z's prior drug-dealing history, it is possible that he could influence Beyonce in this way. Also, let's face it, drugs are known to be thrown around like candy at parties in Hollywood. We are aware of Gene Deal's disclosures, for instance, about how celebrities, including A-listers like Beyonce and Jay-Z, are not immune to the seduction of drugs at these extravagant parties hosted by Diddy, who is also very close to Jay-Z. So, it's not out of the question that Solange suggests that Jay-Z may have influenced Beyonce's drug use to exert control over her. Then again, Jaguar Wright, who is renowned for igniting controversy with her candid exposés about celebs, expressed these same feelings. So, consider this. She has spilled a significant amount of tea without getting into legal trouble. This means either what she says is true, or she has some strong allies on her side. Not to mention that several of her forecasts, such as the ones regarding Diddy, have come to pass.
Kim Porter was working on a book before she died, and Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit ass motherfucking game with people that you love, that you like, you know, it's too many coincidences.
Too many. You
Home.
She has also revealed details about Dwayne Wade, Gabriel Union, Will and Jada Smith, and other people without holding back in one interview. Now, her record says volumes, whether you believe Jaguar or not. It's also difficult to discount the chance that there may be more truth to her statements than first appears, given how personally relevant her most recent accusations are to the power couple. That's all for the video. Do share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.